Dabin lived in a quiet hospital town where each morning smelled of warm bread from the bakery downstairs, and each night was filled with distant ambulance sirens echoing like broken lullabies. She worked as a volunteer reader for patients who had trouble sleeping, especially in the children's ward, where her soft voice soothed hearts waiting for miracles. One evening, as she read stories about stardust and faraway kingdoms, she noticed a young man sitting alone near the window of the rehabilitation wing. His name was Minju, a former pianist whose left hand trembled like winter branches. He had once played on grand stages, but an accident stole his music and left him silent. Dabin began visiting him every day, reading aloud while he listened with eyes full of pain he tried to hide. Slowly, he began talking, small stories at first, the sound of applause he missed, the song he could no longer finish, the memory of a mother who always told him that every broken thing could sing again. Dabin, who had lost her own mother to illness, felt her heart bloom painfully at his words. One night, after reading him a story about forgotten dreams, she found sheet music scattered across the floor. Minju had tried to write, but the notes were messy, trembling like wounded birds. He broke down, saying he could no longer hear music without feeling empty. Dabin held his trembling hand, guiding his fingers across the paper, telling him that broken songs still mattered. They began composing together. He hummed faint fragments, and she copied them gently. Soon, their days were filled with shaky melodies and laughter between tears. But Mingyu's condition worsened. Nerves in his hand began failing, and doctors said he might lose all motion soon. Devastated, he pushed Dabin away, saying he didn't want to drag her into his fading world. She refused to leave, insisting that music wasn't just hands, it was heart. As spring rained softly outside, Dabin helped him practice every day, even when he could play only one or two notes. She would sing what he couldn't play, turning his fragments into full songs. One night, she brought him to an empty hospital garden where pink lanterns hung like small dreams. A piano waited there, old but still breathing sound. Surrounded by patients who had heard whispers of his talent, Minju played the melody they created together. His hand trembled, and sometimes the music broke, but Dabin sang, filling every gap with warmth. The garden fell silent as his final note faded. Tears streamed down his face as he whispered, "Thank you for giving my music back." A month later, Minju received a new kind of therapy that slowly restored movement. He returned to the garden, where Dabin waited with music sheets in hand. This time, they played together, her singing, him playing, proof that broken things can find their song again. And beneath the lanterns, he told her that even if his music disappeared again, his heart would always remember hers.